Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating and often misunderstood world of Iran's military. Over the next few minutes, we're going to unpack 10 genuinely surprising facts about Iran's army in 2024. We'll be talking cyber warfare, stealth drones, and even a few things that would make Tom Clancy raise an eyebrow. Because believe it or not, Iran's military strategy goes way beyond death to America. Although, to be fair, that is still very much a thing. So, buckle up, grab your nearest geopolitical analyst, or, a cat will do, and get ready for a crash course on one of the most intriguing and underestimated militaries in the world. Look, we've all seen the movies. A lone hacker in a hoodie, furiously typing away, bringing down governments with a few keystrokes. And while reality is rarely that dramatic, Iran's cyber capabilities are no joke. In fact, they've been quietly building a digital arsenal that could rival some of the biggest players on the world stage. These days, Iran's cyber units are capable of launching sophisticated attacks on infrastructure, financial institutions, and even military targets. We're talking about disrupting power grids, crippling communication networks, and potentially even sowing chaos in global markets. Because in the 21st century, warfare isn't just about tanks and missiles anymore. It's about who controls the ones and zeros. And Iran, my friends, is making it very clear that they intend to be a major player in this new digital battlefield. Now, when you picture the typical Iranian soldier, you probably imagine, well, a dude. And while it's true that Iran's military is still largely male-dominated, there's a quiet revolution happening within its ranks. Women are increasingly taking on roles that were once considered unthinkable, including combat positions. Iran is actively recruiting and training women for a wide range of combat roles, from snipers and tank operators to special forces units. It's a sign that the old order is changing and that women are demanding their rightful place at the table, or in this case, the battlefield. And who knows, maybe one day soon, we'll see a woman leading Iran's armed forces. Stranger things have happened. For years, Iran has been under crippling international sanctions, cut off from global arms markets and forced to rely on outdated equipment or shady backroom deals. But necessity, as they say, is the mother of invention, and Iran has responded to these challenges by doing something pretty damn impressive, building their own damn weapons. Iran has made remarkable strides in developing its own tanks, missiles, drones, and even fighter jets. This homegrown approach has several advantages. First, it allows Iran to bypass those pesky international sanctions. Second, it gives them greater control over their own defense capabilities. So, the next time you see footage of an Iranian military parade showcasing their latest and greatest hardware, remember that it's not just for show. Drones have become a ubiquitous part of modern warfare, and Iran is no exception. But while everyone else is busy buzzing around with their Reapers and Predators, Iran has been quietly developing something far more insidious: stealth drones. These bad boys are designed to evade radar detection, slipping unseen behind enemy lines to gather intelligence or deliver their deadly payloads. We've already seen glimpses of Iran's stealth drone program in action, with reports of their drones being spotted in sensitive areas around the world. Imagine a silent, invisible predator lurking in the skies, capable of striking at any moment without warning. It's the stuff of nightmares, and it's a stark reminder that Iran is not afraid to embrace cutting-edge technology to advance its military ambitions. So, the next time you're out stargazing and you think you see a shooting star, take a closer look. Deep within the Iranian military machine lies a force shrouded in secrecy and whispered about in hushed tones: the Iranian Special Forces. These aren't your average foot soldiers. We're talking about the elite of the elite, handpicked for their physical prowess, mental fortitude, and unwavering loyalty to the regime. Their training is the stuff of legend, pushing them to the very limits of human endurance and beyond. These shadow warriors are trained for a wide range of missions, from covert operations and counterterrorism to sabotage and assassination. Little is known about their operations, which is, of course, by design. They are the ghosts of the Iranian military, operating in the shadows, always watching, always waiting for their moment to strike. When we think of naval superpowers, Iran doesn't usually spring to mind. But hold on to your life preservers, folks, because Iran has been steadily expanding and modernizing its naval forces, particularly in the strategically vital Persian Gulf. Iran's naval strategy is all about asymmetrical warfare, using smaller, more agile vessels like fast attack boats, missile boats, and submarines to harass and overwhelm larger enemy fleets. Think of it as the naval equivalent of a swarm of angry bees. They may not be able to sink a battleship in a head-on confrontation, but they can inflict serious damage, disrupt shipping lanes, and make life generally miserable for anyone trying to operate in the Persian Gulf. And let's not forget about those Strait of Hormuz shenanigans. This narrow waterway is a crucial choke point for global oil supplies, and Iran has made it abundantly clear that they are more than willing to flex their naval muscles if they feel threatened. You know what they say? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. And when it comes to geopolitics, Iran has certainly taken that adage to heart. Despite being something of a pariah state on the world stage, Iran has cultivated some powerful allies, most notably Russia and China. These partnerships are all about mutual benefit. Russia, eager to undermine U.S. influence in the Middle East, sees Iran as a valuable ally and a thorn in the side of the West. China, meanwhile, is hungry for energy resources and sees Iran as a key supplier of oil and gas. These alliances go beyond just handshakes and photo ops. We're talking about joint military exercises, arms deals, and intelligence sharing. So while Iran may be isolated in many ways, it is far from alone. You know what's not very fun? Getting bombed from the sky. So it's no surprise that Iran has invested heavily in developing a sophisticated air defense network to protect itself from, well, getting bombed from the sky. We're talking about a multi-layered system of surface-to-air missiles, radar stations, and command and control centers, all designed to detect, track, and neutralize incoming aerial threats. Now, their technology may not be quite as advanced as, say, Israel's Iron Dome, but it's nothing to sneeze at. They've got Russian-made S-300s, homegrown Bavar 373 systems, and a whole alphabet soup of other missiles with names that'll make your head spin. And they're not afraid to use them either. Remember that US drone they shot down a few years back? Yeah, that was a pretty clear message. Don't mess with our airspace. Now, you might be thinking, all this military hardware, all this training, all these alliances, it must cost a fortune. And you'd be right. But before you start picturing Iranian generals swimming in Scrooge McDuck-style vaults of gold coins, let's take a closer look at Iran's military budget. First, let's address the elephant in the room: sanctions. Those pesky international sanctions have hit Iran's economy hard, limiting their ability to spend lavishly on their military. But even with those constraints, Iran has been surprisingly resourceful, prioritizing key areas of their military development. So where does the money go? Well, a significant chunk goes towards their ballistic missile program, which they see as a crucial deterrent against foreign aggression. And while their overall military spending may be dwarfed by the likes of the US and China, it's important to remember that Iran has become a master of asymmetrical warfare. Warfare isn't just about bombs and bullets. It's also about hearts and minds. And Iran is a seasoned veteran when it comes to waging psychological warfare, both at home and abroad. They understand that perception is reality, and they've become masters at manipulating information, shaping narratives, and influencing public opinion. Domestically, they use state-controlled media to promote a sense of national unity, demonize their enemies, and bolster support for the regime. Internationally, they use propaganda, disinformation, and cyber operations to sow discord among their adversaries, undermine their credibility, and advance their own interests. Whether you agree with their tactics or not, there's no denying that Iran is incredibly effective at playing the psychological game. They understand that in the 21st century, information is power, and they're not afraid to use it to their advantage. So there you have it, 10 surprising facts about Iran's army that you probably didn't know. From cyber warfare to stealth drones to psychological operations, Iran has shown that it's a force to be reckoned with, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Love them or hate them, there's no denying that they're a major player on the world stage, and understanding their military capabilities is crucial for anyone trying to make sense of the complex geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into global military forces. See you next time.